Gender-based violence is very literal. It means that violence is perpetrated, directed, expressed, sanctioned, supported in ways, diminished, etc., against a person or group of persons based on their gender or based on their status or role they occupy or identity positioning that they occupy in a hierarchy, i.e., an arrangement or a system that says this is how you will exercise your reproductive labor or your productive labor. When we think of gender-based violence, we think about all of those meanings, those roles, those identities that we say people should have because of this social construct as it connects to the biological. All of those things become a site of violence, either considered disciplinary, reinforcing, containing, diminishing, or judgments. So gender-based violence is not just human conflict. To talk about human conflict is to suggest that there's this kind of neutral dysfunctionality. No, it is triggered and fed and reinforced by particular views about femininities and masculinities, and the women, men, non-conforming, whether in terms of woman, man, or masculinity and femininity, these perceptions about who you are and who you can be. Let's say you're within a community or a family or the neighbor and so forth, you can use friend groups, family groups, and kind of have a caucus and come to discuss something with someone. So you have an internal intervention, as it were. Then, of course, you have law enforcement at all levels, where you bring law enforcement if you think it's necessary, and you seek not only the help of law enforcement in order to, security intervention and so forth, the support services that law enforcement provides. Then you want to turn to those. So you contact the police, then they send you to victims, witness and support and so forth, where you can get help. But for somebody to take help, they have to be willing to help. So sometimes the first group, family, friends, community, might be very useful to kind of prime someone for an intervention, if that is possible. But again, if you are encountering something in a time of crisis, then law enforcement is your first responder, and of course the ambulance if there is harm or damage. Another layer or another group would be groups, those who work in advocacy and prevention and help and aid and support, be they NGOs or community groups or national spaces of safety and so forth. That's another layer where if someone has an intervention, it's an alternative. It's a place where someone can learn a different capacity. They can learn how to escape, or they can learn how to be guided. That's the group that you most likely will go to after law enforcement or after you have family intervention or community or peer intervention.